Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is going to be my Shop My Stash for January 2024. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. This video is going to be a little bit differently from how I usually film my Shop My Stashes because I have already been filming some other videos, and that meant I was already able to switch my drawer around. So the products you see in this section here are already going to be the Shop My Stash, but I still want to update you on what I was using in December. So we're going to kick things off with that, and then we'll go into what I have selected for January for sure. If you're new here, you've never seen one of my videos, then hi, my name is Maaike. I live in the Netherlands. I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, and this greatly influences my makeup preferences. I have been reviewing makeup for more than a decade. I love trying eyeshadow palettes as a Catrice and getting the use out of my makeup, and I use my Shop My Stash videos to let you know what makeup I'm using, what I'm reviewing, and also therefore what you can expect from both the blog as well as on here on the channel this month. So that's how I sort of use these videos. So I hope you'd like to stay tuned for all of the goodness. Let me just get started. So yeah, let me explain why I'm not taking you into the drawers like I normally would. That's because I have been filming some videos over my Christmas break period, and some of that meant I had to go through my entire makeup collection. In February, you can expect me to do my entire makeup inventory and collection videos where I'm swatching out all of my concealers, blushes, bronzer, highlighters, the whole 9 yards. So I filmed that the other day. So if you can still see some like swatches here, because I also swatched out all of my lipsticks. And the lip stains from K-beauy really did a number on my wrist here. So yeah, I've been trying to scrub that down for days now to try and get rid of it. But yeah, as I was filming those videos, I had to put everything back into my collection. I was like, why? Like, I might as well just select the products already. So I hope you don't mind, but I did of course have a couple of things to review in December as well. So let me talk to you about the December products first. In case you are going to be staying tuned, then I would like for you to do that because I did use up my Chanel Tinted Moisturizer. Right on the cusp of 2023, I finally did it. So that's no longer with me because I just filmed another video with all of my beauty empties, which is coming later this week. So if you want to see that, it's in that video. And then you can also see all the other makeup I used up throughout the year. This is still going strong, however, it is getting pretty low. This is the Vitamin C Fresh Glow Primer. I'm just going to use it up. I think it still has enough in it for it to last me a month. Then for that foundation next to the Chanel, because I was trying to use it up, I didn't want to use too many new things. So I only reviewed the Instamoisture Glow from Kiko. This is a lovely foundation. It is the Instamoisture, which is a foundation I already loved, but then in a dewy finish. So I really enjoy this one. For concealer, I had these two in the NYX Bear With Me and the Tower 28. Of the two, the Tower 28 far has my preference. This is incredibly hydrating. I found the shade match to be quite good for me as well, and it just really worked really nicely. Doesn't pull into any fine lines. It doesn't crease. This is an amazing concealer. I'm really glad I got to try it. And then I have the NYX Bear With Me. I didn't like this, mainly because it has a pump rather than a doe foot, so I cannot control how much I use, because I pump it out and then I'm left with so much extra product, and this is a bit too light for me. What shade did I get this in? I'll have all the information in the description box down below as well, but this was just the way it looks like it's going to be the same shade, roughly. But this was far lighter and just a little too light for me, and I have just found that if a concealer is slightly too light for me, I don't get the look and the coverage that I like. So this one wasn't great. I did enjoy the formula, but compared to the Tower 28, this just doesn't hold a candle. And this product was already lurking in the back of my drawer. This is my powder, the Etude House Secret Beam Powder. And this is really nice. This is very Hourglass, like ambient lighting powder-esque, but then from a K-beauty brand. I've used it enough to now no longer be able to see the embossing. I'm going to use this until it's gone which could be the rest of this year. I don't know. It is very finely milled though, so I think I'm going to go through it quicker than I do my Kiko Milano, but with powders, I just tend to use them up and then I move on to something else. So with powder, I'm just very boring. If I find a powder I like, I just use it until it's gone. Some more boring bits then. My setting spray is still the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. As you can see, I have about 2/3 of this left. This is a setting spray that I don't go through in like 20 seconds flat. I went through 4 or 5 different setting sprays in 2023, I found out, but I only have one more of this in backup, and I think both of those are gonna last me the entire year. With setting sprays, they can go really fast, but I feel that this is one where I can get the effect I want with less product. So love the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. This is the Kiko Milano Neutral Eye Base. I have said how much I like this in the past. You can see it's starting to get a little flat. I feel that texture-wise, this is a little thicker than the Milani one that I also love. So that's why you go through this just a little bit quicker, but you can just, like the packaging is wearing down, and yeah, there's still enough in here that it's gonna last me a good couple of months, I'm sure. I definitely don't think I will be using this up anytime soon. And then a product I had hoped I might use up at the end of 2023, but it didn't quite happen, so it will be used up in 2024, and then I'm gonna buy a new one. This is the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. You can see I have a really, really nice bit of pan in this one. And I still have my yogurt eyeshadow as well. I thought I might be able to hit pan on this before the end of the year, but that didn't quite happen. It does have a really big dip, so I think pan is just a matter of weeks, maybe months for it to happen. This is definitely going to be used up by the end of this year. And next up, I have my brow products. The Refaud Brow Gel is pretty successful for me. I am liking it a lot. It is getting a little tacky though, so it tends to like grab onto my brow hairs, and then like I need to dab it in with a finger, but it's fine. It's not too messy. I always get the wrong end with this. And then this thing is still going strong. Like I think I'm gonna be able to use this for the rest of the year. Not gonna lie. This is the Face Shop Designing Eyebrow Pencil. I have been using this for like most of 2023 as well. I think I found out I actually used up a Catrice brow pencil in 2023, but I think I just threw it in here just to use something differently for a bit. But yeah, brow pencil wise, I'm set. And then here we have my mascara. I do need to change this one around. The Telescopic Lift from L'Oreal. I really don't like the brush. It's really weird, and the formula is super thick and it cakes up my lashes. I need to take most of this off. It's like a flat, like, do you see? It has no bristles on this side, and then it has all the bristles on that side, and it just doesn't work for me. Like, it's very flat on one side. So what I do with this before I use it, I like scrape off all of the excess, which of course right now isn't working. But like I need to take all of this gunk off because else it just gets so much into my lashes. And I've had eye looks being ruined by this. Like look at how much came off that. It's just not for my lashes. I will be keeping the Essence in. This is a brown mascara that I do enjoy, which I'm now thinking maybe I should have put this in my end of year favorites video because I do really like this. The Lash Without Limits. I also have the black one, but having both in will probably be confusing. And then of course I have my Catrice, but this is still going strong. Like it's still going really well. So let me grab a different mascara to throw into this drawer. I knocked the camera over as I was getting up to grab the RMS Beauty mascara. This has been in my stash for like a year. When did I buy that set? I think it was at the end of 2022. So this needs to be used up. I didn't open it yet, so it's fine. As far as I know, it's just a black mascara. It's the straight up mascara. I know nothing about this. I got it as part of a set with the strobe eye light and the living luminizer. It was like a little set. Face-wise, I had this bronzer in from Kiko. It just confirmed for me how much I like it. So the Flawless Fusion by Kiko, still one of my faves. And my favorite highlighter for the Christmas season is NARS's Fort de France. I don't wear a lot of gold highlighters, so this is the only one I still have, and I love this thing. It's just really nice. And then the powder blush I had in here was the Cover FX Duo Blush in Mojave Mauve. Really stunning. I really like this. And then everything else that I had in terms of cheeks, I just have the blushes here because those are the only things I could grab really easily. But I had 2 cream bronzers, 3 cream highlighters, and 3 cream blushes in from Sydney Grace. I got all of these in mystery bags, so I didn't choose the shades, which is why I now realize that not all of these shades work for me. Both of the bronzers were too dark, too... not quite it. I actually had someone asking me like, hey, did you forget to blend out your bronzer today? And it was this lightest Sydney Grace bronzer they have. It was just a little bit too deep, a little bit too dark, and a little bit too warm toned for my liking. The highlighters worked quite well. There were 2 that I could use. One is far too dark. It was from the Deep Skin bag, so I knew it wasn't gonna work for me. And then I had these 3 blushes. So of these, I like the middle one the most. My better half is Too Peach, and Strawberry Cream is just a little bit too dark. So my favorite of the 3 is Strawberry Cheesecake. Yeah, so this works, but it's again far too warm toned for my liking. So as much as I like the formula of these, I just didn't love the way these looked on my skin. I'm gonna keep a couple of these around because they do work really well and I enjoy the formula that much. But especially the bronzers I'm going to declutter. I'm going to declutter a couple of the highlighters, and I think I'm going to declutter most of these blushes as well because they're just not quite right for me. And then last month, of course, we used lipsticks as well. So let me show you what I was using in terms of lips. And very, very soon, because I'm going to be showing you some beauty chores that I had to do over the Christmas period. So you'll see me reorganizing my entire lipstick collection, and I can't wait to put these back into their spots. But this is the Glossier Ultra Lip in the shade Vesper. I don't remember whether it was this one or another shade that I actually wore this month. It could have been Pony, but as I had swatched my entire collection, I knew I had this product in from Glossier, but I didn't remember the shade. More Glossier, this is their wildfigbomb.com. This is a tinted, scented lip balm. It smells like actual ripe figs. It's lovely. I like it. I like it a lot. Then I have the Dior Lip Glow Oil. Of course, I had to use one of my lip oils again. This was my lip oil of choice this month. I've been using this so much. Like, can I show you? Maybe in a little bit when it like settles down a bit. Gloss-wise, I really reach for my Tower 28 a lot. This has been sitting upright, so you can see perhaps a little bit from all the use. Like, it's like a good 1/6, maybe a 1/5 of this product is now gone, which shows you how much I like this and how much I wear this. Oh yeah, here we go with the Dior. It's going quicker than I think, but you can actually now see where I've used it. Like, there's enough of a gap here that you can actually see how much I use this. That's another product I can use up at some point, I'm sure. And then of course, we wore a lot of Lisa Eldridge. It was the holiday season, so I was gonna go in with Lisa Eldridge. This is Velvet Muse, which is my favorite nude from the brand. So here we have Velvet Myth. I always wear this when it's like the holiday season. It's a little bit of a deeper red, which I don't normally wear a lot, but for like Christmas and New Year's, it's perfect. Then of course, I had to wear Velvet Jazz. Love that one. Then I also wore some of the Luxuriously Lucents. I wore Rosy Shell, which is not one I reach for a lot. It's a very cool tone pink. But it really went with the look that day, so I really like that. And then of course, I had to wear Velvet Ribbon. This is going down quite a bit. Like, Velvet Muse and Velvet Ribbon are some of my older Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, and you can really see the wear on them by now. Rose Official, I do like for a more rosewood kind of vibe. And finally, for a darker nude from the Luxuriously Lucent line, I really enjoy Painterly. So those were all of the products that I have been wearing in December of 2023, final year of the month. So let me show you what I have selected for 2024. So I'm going to take you through everything that's here, and I'm going to show you what eyeshadow palettes I will be going back to, if at all possible, because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I need to review this month, because I just want to make sure I get through all of the things I purchased in 2023 as soon as I possibly can. So that's why I have selected a couple of palettes to go back to, just in case, but I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to be able to do it within the month. We'll see how it goes. For face, if you see my makeup collection inventory series, I will tell you that there are a couple of foundations that I still need to review and that I still want to go back to. So the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydro Rescue is one of my favorites. It's so wonderful for the winter time. So I was like, I need to get more use out of it. Maybe try and use it up this year. So I think I'm going to keep this in my Shop My Stash in January, February, and March, which is when this works, and then roll in 2 other foundations every month to review, because I have quite a few that I still need to get around to. So that's why that one is in here. And then these are the new ones. I thought we could do something drugstore just for fun. So the Collection Hydra Serum Foundation, I only put it on my face once. I have no recollection of it. Same for the Kruidvat Stay With Me Radiant Matte Serum Foundation. I'm just gonna have these. I don't know how these are gonna work or how they're gonna look on my face. So if they don't work for me, I can go back to the Estee Lauder and know I have something in here that works for me. Because with drugstore, I just never know for sure. And similarly for these matching concealers, I thought that would be fun. I have a bunch of concealers to review for you as well. So I'm rolling in the Lasting Perfecting Hydrating Serum Concealer and the Stay With Me concealer as well. So both of these concealers match with the foundations I'm putting in. So I'm just hoping that this is gonna work. If not, I'll just go back to the Tower 28 because I liked it so much. And this, because it's clean beauty and has no preservatives, I know I need to use up within the next 6 months or so. So if these don't work, I'll put this one in here actually and keep it in there just in case. Powder wise, I'm of course keeping my Etude House in here. And then I think I have 1 bronzer in here too. Yeah, I put 1 bronzer in because again, I need to review it. And this is the Makeup by Mario Sculpt. Soft Sculpts Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be like some sort of contour thing, but this is a bronzer shade for me. So cream bronzer to test out. I have already used it once or twice. I liked it, so that's why it's here, but I had yet to try it. Didn't I have another highlighter in here? Where did I put the, oh, they're right here. I was like, where did the highlighters go? But I have these highlighters in here. The Lighten Up highlighter from Kruidvat. This was my favorite product in my full face of Kruidvat that I did last October. So I wanted to make sure I gave it a proper review this time around. And then I have this one from ColourPop. This is the Buckbeak highlighter, and I almost decluttered it last year because this was described as a taupe on the website. And then when I swatched it in some lights, it looks rose gold, and other times I swatch it and it does look taupe to me. So I'm gonna have to put this on my face more often and really give it a good review to really see how I feel. I'm sort of selecting some products here as well. Like for instance, these drugstore things before I sit down to film declutters, which I usually film during spring break so that I actually know a little bit what I want to get or not. And then I have another highlighter in here, just in case those don't work. I have the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in here. This is one of my favorites, and I love this in the wintertime because it's very sort of soft focus, nothing too intense. The blushes that I have selected. So I'm going to be doing a overview of some cool tone blushes this month. And I wanted to make sure I had a good feel for this because this swatches beautifully. It's from a K-beauty brand. It's called About Tone. Can I read the shade name? I cannot read the shade name, but it's shade 4. And it's their liquid blush. And then as I was swatching out all of my blushes, I realized I have bought Willa from Bella Benefit ever since they redid their blush range, but I just haven't played with this. I'm not sure if this is the season for me to be wearing this because it's more like spring, summer perhaps, but I had just forgotten I had this, so I had to make sure I got some more use out of it. And I know I like this in the wintertime. This is Dilly Dolly from MAC. It's one of their extra mention blushes. It's very light pink with a subtle golden sheen. So I was thinking that these two might be quite nice, or this with the Buckbeak. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. Enjoying these products. Let me show you the palettes. So palettes to go back to wise, I've got some things in here that I like every winter. Every January, I go back to my Too Faced White Chocolate Bar. So I I don't want to break the tradition. So we're going to use this again if I have the time for it. If not, I'm just going to postpone that video, I think. We'll see how it goes. If not, we'll scrap it and we'll do something else. Then we have Rose Quartz from Huda Beauty. This is another one of my favorites. And I saw somebody mentioning this in the comment section. I was like, oh, I need to go back to it. And I love these like pinky mauvey taupe things, safe for the warm tones. I just like all of these very much for the winter time. This is very much a winter palette for me. And I put these at the bottom of my 2023 palette ranking, and I said it then, and I want to make good on that promise straight away. I want to go back to these just to see how I feel a year later. So these are the Merry Christmas and Christmas Eve palettes from Odin's Eye, and these are so pretty. Like, they are just so pretty. I want to love these, you guys. I want to appreciate these as much as everybody else does. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do one look with each one this month just to see, just use my, like something like this. I know I like some of these purples. I know I like this is like a duochrome kind of thing. I'm sure the camera catches that, but just like use it, like do one look with my favorite shades from each one. And maybe then I do like them a bit better. And then I also had this theory. So I was like, again, just put it to the test straight away. My Lisa Eldridge, I'm not sure which one is which now because they may be mixed up, but this is Vega. This has a lot of neutrals. And I was saying how this is going to be lovely together with my other Lisa Eldridge palette in Sorcery. So I want to do a look where I use some of those neutrals and then like use some of these shimmers to amp it up. For the reason why I'm sort of doubting whether I'm even going to be able to do it. So I have 10 palettes here, and some of them are quite big, like they have a lot of shades in. And whenever I review eyeshadow palettes, you guys know this about me, I really enjoy doing looks with every single shade in the palette for my reviews. And this is quite a lot of eyeshadow, but I just want to make sure I get through these as soon as possible so I can get to all the new things that I'm just super excited for to try. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very selfish reason. And I actually have a bit of a project with this one as well. So let me tell you about that first. Let me pop these off to the side here so they can't fall. So there was like a part of me that when I looked at the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes, will you just stay put? And the Be Perfect Gravity palette, there was like overlap between these three. So I was thinking maybe the Be Perfect can be like the drugstore option. Well, we'll see. So that's why I want to make sure I put these three palettes into the same review so I can have that information for you in the same video. I don't think it is necessarily going to be. This looks really pretty though. It's definitely inspired by something like this. So that's the Gravity palette from Be Perfect. So that's going to get a review. Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes. I finally got my hands on this in October. I wish I'd waited though, because this was in the Black Friday sales on the website. I could have gotten 25% off of this. Should have waited. Oh well. And then of course, Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. This is very much Ethereal Eyes-esque, I feel. So I want to see how similar they are. Amanda Z already compared them side by side, but I wanted to rope in the Be Perfect as well, just to see how they compare. And then I might as well throw this one into the comparison. This is the Ghostface palette, but this is very gray heavy. But again, you know, similar vibe. This is from Glam Light. This is the second Glam Light palette I'll ever try. The Birthday Cake was one that everybody loved the year it came out, and then I tried it and I didn't like it. So this is me giving Glam Light another chance. And I'm already going to be testing this out because it is January. Like, if you're going to be using this kind of color story, it has to be now. So this is the Winter Wonderland from Cosmic Brushes. Can't wait to play with it. And then the Lure from Blend Bunny. This is again also a bit bigger, but not as big as the other Blend Bunny palette, so I'm happy about that. Again, because of this color story with the blues, greens, and the purples, I know that right now is the time for me to be trying this. I want to get to my Warlock palette from Fantasy Cosmetica to see if I dislike this as much as everybody else. This is the first Fantasy Cosmetica palette where I've heard bad reviews from people saying that this isn't the same quality as other Fantasy Cosmetica palettes, but I want to find out for myself. And this is a bit more out there, so this is probably going to be like a weekend trial. I don't think I'm going to wear this to work, but there's just like this shade here is just so stunning. It's like a chartreuse duochrome. This teal I like the midnight blue. Like this entire thing here, and then actually like this, like the two reddish shades I don't necessarily need, but this one, when I swatched it, was really pretty. So, but this may have the issue that I have with a lot of palettes that are 9 pans, like this goes together, this goes together, this goes together, this goes together, and then you have the black to like use as liner, but nothing really plays really well together. I think that may be an issue with this one. But I think what I want to do is like do a look with these, do a look with this, rope in the black somehow in both of them as a bit of liner. I think it can work. And then again, because of the color story, it doesn't get more wintry than the Metamorphic from Beauty Bay. This is me giving Beauty Bay another chance as well, because I don't love their formula, but this is so shimmer heavy, and there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, like this taupey thing, this blue, and that gray. Everything else is a shimmer. And this swatched, absolutely gorgeous. Like, I really want to get to this. I really, really desperately want to get to this. These are smaller things. These can be like one day, one look a day kind of things. These are by Kiko. These are their Glamour Multi-Finish palettes in 5 and 6. One of them broke upon arrival. It's the other one. This is the blue one. It's grays with the blue and a taupe. I always say that I don't like Kiko color stories, but I'm still hoping that these may change my mind. And then this is the green one with the teals. Some golds, yeah. I'm hoping this is going to be successful. And this shade came shattered, and I couldn't repress it. I would have to dig the entire shade out, and there's still enough of it left for me to use it. And deep shades like this, I don't use a lot of it, so I know I wouldn't run out of it very quickly. So yeah, it does look a bit manky, but still workable. And that shimmer, these three, I can't wait to play with those. So that's it. That's my Shop My Stash for January 2024. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video today. I really had fun filming it, so I hope you would like to stick around for all of those reviews and all of the content I have planned out for you. Remember, any reviews with new to me products are gonna go up on the blog first, and there will be some links in the description box down below to find reviews for the products I chatted about in today's video as well. I have a full list of all the products mentioned, and if it has the word review behind it, you can find the review over on the blog. So if you go there and you just type in the product name with the word review, you're gonna find it really easily. So yeah, that's it for me for today. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed shopping my stash with me. It was a bit different than I normally do, but next month we will be back, and we'll go back into my drawers, and we will be selecting the products live, you could say. But I just felt like I could already do it, and at that moment, my room was a mess and I was tired because I was filming all day, so I didn't think of filming the selection of the products as I was going along. So yeah, thank you so very much for joining me. Thumbs up this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make several videos every single week, so if you'd like to stay tuned for more, and then I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!